common leadership, collective leadership. Because for that continent to emancipate itself from this type of competition, you need collective leadership at the continental level. In the absence of a collective leadership, you cannot own that continent. You cannot really put that continent in your own domain. If we are not collectively engaged in taking control of the resources together, collectively, penetration of Africa will be a disaster, because that continent is easily penetratable if you are not collectively engaged. So you may have individual powerful and strong leaders in the continent, but we need a collective leadership to own the resources.
So what prevents the leadership from forging that collectivity, to a collective nature of leadership, so that the continent can have one voice, the continent can have a common approach to issues, whether they're democracy related issues or even economic development related issues?
Well, we need a very strong AU, the African Union. We need very strong regional economic groupings. But if I can just comment, you know, we didn't fare well in the past 2-3 years, where you witnessed the big powers penetrating the continent to the extent of going to one country, killing a leader in broad daylight, and then you call that a spring, a certain spring. You can call it Arab Spring or so what. The continent was there just watching. That is a disgrace to the continent. You are making these powers feel that they can easily penetrate the continent for resources, marketing, and even installing leadership. And to me, that is a disgrace. We needed a very strong AU, African Union, that can say no when there is this type of penetration, that can determine its own future, that can have its roadmap on how to enhance this intra-African trade. And correctly, as you are saying, you didn't need to come to Washington to be told the ABC on how to enhance intra-African trade. We know the benefits of intra-African trade. We know the benefits of transportation. We know what is meant by hard infrastructure and soft infrastructure. You don't need lectures for this, but we need a very strong organization of the African unity and a very strong regional group.